morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time of day it is where you are. And today I'm here to talk about the secret place. The secret place is something that is a place that we all have, right? It's a place that we all need to go to. It's a place that we all need to be conscious of as what's the word now? As our own special thing, as something that we have, because we all do have it actually. We all have a secret place. Now, what you do in the secret place might differ based on, your own personality, beliefs, mind, but we all have a secret place. And so today's chat, today's live is a reminder. It's like a recall to say, hey, you have this. You should go there sometime, use it, be there, show up. Because when you do that, it helps. It helps, right? For some people, in their secret place, it's just where they go when they are tired of humaning, when they're tired of being around people. I know because I do that. I just hide in my room. I put my phone on airplane mode. Nobody can see me or speak to me for a couple days, right? And for some people, it's bigger than that. For some people, it's where they talk to God, it's where they pray, it's where they commune with God. So it's different things for different people, right? It's always gonna be different things for different people. But my favorite thing about the secret place is it's a me only space. It's a place where it's just me. It's not there's nobody else there. It's me and God, me and my thoughts, me and my heart, me and and that place, we all need to have that. So I'm gonna start first by saying if you don't have a secret place, you need to have that. It's a must have. It's a must have. You need it. That's the basic. That's just setting the groundwork, right? You need to have that. Now, what I want to share is a lesson. I learned this yesterday while doing my Bible study, right? And it's a story of Jacob, right? So, story time, people. Story time. Jacob had this daughter. Her name was Dinah. She was very beautiful. Dinah? I don't know. This story is Genesis chapter 34, by the way, if you are interested in checking it out yourself, right? So he had this daughter. She was really pretty. She was, oh, so good looking. And so there's this guy who is like, I am in love with her. He's from a tribe called Shechem, or he's from a people called Shechem. And so, hey, hi from India. Nice to have you here. How are you doing today? Um, yeah, so continuing my story, right? And so it was from people called Hamor. His name was Shechem. And so Shechem saw Dinah and he really liked her. He was so attracted to her. And so he kind of took her and had his way with her. Like he forced himself on her. Pause. You're not well today. What's wrong? Are you okay? What's happening? Why are you not well today? Anyways, while I wait for your answer, I'll continue the story. So he forced himself on her, right? And he really wanted her. He really wanted to be with her. Hi, Liza. How are you doing today? Hope you're great. Welcome to the live. Um, and so when Jacob heard about this thing that happened, right? He heard it was with his sons when he heard, right? And this guy came, his father came, and they're like, our son likes your daughter. We would like to be with her. We want to marry her, you know. But the sons kind of knew, Jacob's sons kind of knew what happened. And if you know Jacob's sons, they're not very nice people. I mean, they put their own brother in a pit. So, it's not like they're the nicest people. So when they hear this, like, oh, so you force yourself on my sister and now you want to marry her just because, they're like, okay, we're going to do a thing. Make sure that all the men in your home, in your house, make sure they're all circumcised and will allow you to marry our sister. Pause. Your boyfriend broke up with you. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. It happens sometime. Just take some time, breathe, find yourself again, and after some time, the pain will pass. I can assure you of that. So sorry to hear that. So sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Um, yeah. So my 3 years. Yeah. I I don't even know what to say to you. Right? I'm really sorry that happened to you. It can be terribly painful. So you just take some time by yourself, feel better, find yourself again, get used to being around yourself again. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to the story now. You'll feel better soon, I promise you. Um, yeah, I promise you. You'll feel better soon. Sorry. Ah, so yeah, back to the story, right? So this guy goes to Jacob and says, "Oh, I like your daughter. I want to marry her." He goes with his family, but his sons know what he has done. He knows the sons know that he forced himself on their sister, so they're really mad about this, right? And they decide, you know what? We'll give our sister to you. You can marry our sister, but first you need to get circumcised because then it was the culture for men to be circumcised. So um it's like we'll give our sister to you, you just need to be circumcised first. And the guys are like, okay, if you say that, we can do that. We can get circumcised first. Yeah, I have Instagram. Shraddha, I think I have Instagram. um and they tell him you have to get circumcised, so he's like, okay, yes, we'll get circumcised. If that's what it's gonna take for us to get your sister, is that if that's what's gonna take for me to marry your sister, I will get circumcised. And so Jacob's sons wait for these people to get circumcised. They wait 3 days in. 3 days in is terrible when you're sick, because things like that, when you've had surgery, because the first day it's all pain, but by the third day it's like that's ambiguous mix. It's all pain, but you're feeling better, but you're not feeling better, so you can't stand or move. And so these guys come on the third day and they kill everybody. It's Jacob's sons. They kill everybody. They kill this guy that forced himself on their sister. They kill his father, his brothers. They kill everybody in his home. And when Jacob hears, he's like, "Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't ask you to do that." Because ideally, like, I get why they wanted to avenge their sister, because they were like, he treated our sister like a prostitute. If he was going to marry her, he could have just come first. Why did he force himself upon her? Right? And so that was their point. But Jacob is like, you shouldn't have done that. You should that like that puts us in a bad space. And now Jacob is panicking because this thing was enough to start a war. This situation was enough to start a war. It was enough for everything to just go up in flames. It was enough for Jacob to be killed or assassinated. And so he was so worried, right? And then God tells him to go to Bethel and stay there, you know. And for context, Bethel is where Jacob was when he was. Now, Jacob is a known trickster. Jacob is like that. He's a known trickster. He had done this before, where he deceived his father to get Esau's blessing. And when that happened, he ran to Bethel. And so God is like, run back to Bethel. You've been there before. That's where you ran to the first time you were in trouble and you were afraid for your life. And so Jacob's like, all right, bet. So he takes his whole family and they go to Bethel. And there in Bethel, he's praying, he raises an altar to God, you know, he's serving God, he's worshiping, he's there in Bethel. He carries his entire family, all his people, right? And he goes there. And where he was, he called the place El Bethel because El is like speaks to God, right? And so it's like God, God is here, God comes here, and God, that's where God appears to him. And again, this happens again. While they're in Bethel, God appears to him again and blesses him. And this is where Jacob's name is changed, right? For those who know the story, For those who know that Jacob's name was changed from Jacob to Israel, this is where the name Israel comes out. This is where the identity of Israel starts. And what I learned from this story is that Bethel became a kind of secret place for Jacob. So it's that Jacob could go through all sorts of things in his regular life, but he would always have a Bethel. Even him, he said it to his family. He was like, Bethel is where I was, where God met me, and God has been with me since then. And my point here is that we all need a Bethel. We all need that place that we can run to when things get tough. We all need that place that we can run to when it gets hard. We all need to be able to say, I cannot do this today. I just need some time alone on this mountain. And in that mountain, it's you and the Lord. It's you in worship, it's you in meditation, it's you in surrender, it's you regaining your strength. It's like when you play a game and all your mana runs out, right? What's the word for mana? I've read too many comic books. If you can't tell, I read too many comic books. But it's like when your mana runs out, your stamina, your health points are low. Bethel is where you go and recharge your health points. Where your stamina goes from zero to full on. I'm currently watching a Korean drama, and it's about a military chef. And this guy, there's this episode, the last episode, he exhausted himself and his stamina ran to zero and he collapsed, right? So Bethel is where you go when your stamina is at zero, when the battery gauge is low, when there is no energy left, there is no idea what to do, no direction, no certainty, no strength. Bethel is where you go. And because of that, it means that everyone needs to have a Bethel. You need to have a Bethel. We all need to have a Bethel. We all need to have a place that we can run to and say, yes, I'm hiding here. I'm recharging here. I'm regaining strength here. I'm starting again here. I'm reforming my strategy here. I am I am building again from here. This is my restart point, right? And this is why we know that it's not quitting, it's pausing. It's taking a pause and then refilling your energy to go again. It's like there's a saying in my language that when a ram goes backwards, when a ram walks backwards, is going to restart with power. Is going to launch out his power. So every single one of us needs that place that we can go backwards to get power from. For Jacob, that was Bethel. Bethel is where God tells him, you know what? You're no longer Jacob, you're Israel. And God blesses him. And I mean, Jacob had been to Bethel before. This was not his first time there. But because it was now a place where he raised an altar to God, it was now a place where God could meet him and bless him and change his name. And there in that Bethel is where God is telling him that the land I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I will give to you, right? I will give to your seed. This is where God is re-echoing the things that he had said to Abraham, is re-echoing it to Jacob in Bethel. So my question now for you, if you're listening to this, whether in real time or you watch the replay, is do you have a Bethel? Because you need a Bethel. You need a place that you can go to rest, to hide when you're in danger. Bethel was first an escape point. That's what's beautiful about this. Bethel was first a hiding place. It was first a place where Jacob could go to hide his head because his sons had killed some people, and so he knew he was in trouble. So Bethel started out being a hiding place, and then he built an altar there, and God came to meet him there. Then it became a place of blessing, a place of appointment, a place of anointing, right? It became that place. So it became a place of birth, even because that's where Jacob's son Benjamin is born. So, do you have a Bethel? Do you have that place that you go to when things are tough? Where you are traveling, where things are challenging? Do you have that place that you go to? Do you have the place you run to when you don't know what to do again? I call that the secret place, right? Because I don't know another name for it. And it's a secret place because usually in that place, it's not the place where you are with your friend. It's not the place where you listen to your best friend advise you. It's not the place where you speak to your closest confidant, your partner, your boyfriend, your husband. It's not that place. It's the place where it's just you and your creator. It's just you and your maker. It's just you. Like, this is me. This is all I am. You are at your last. You may be afraid, you may be, alone, you may feel abandoned, but in that place, it's just you and your God. And in that place, where you stay there, you get clarity, you get direction, you get strength, you get a running strategy, a working strategy. But the question is, do you have that place? Because you need to have that place. You cannot do life without having that place. Hi, Faisal. Hello, Faisal. Welcome to the live. Good to see you here. Good to have you here. You need that place. You need to have a place you can run to. The best place for that is a place where it's you and the Lord, right? So if you go there and it's you and the Lord, it's beautiful because God made you, God formed you. And so you are at your best. You are in the best place when you are with God because it's like being connected back to your source. I'm doing great today. Thank you, Faisal. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing beautiful as well. I made an illustration a few weeks ago on these lives, on one of the lives, and I said it's like wanting to charge my AirPods, right? My AirPods can only charge in the AirPods case. They cannot charge anywhere else. If I put them in my glass case, if I put them in it, they're not going to charge. They're not going to get power, right? They're not going to get any strength. What will bring strength, what will bring healing, what will bring power is being in the right place, being in the right thing. For the AirPods, they cannot charge outside of the AirPod case. If I put them in my glass case, they might be safe, but they won't charge. So, a secret place, the secret place is where you go to recharge your spirit, where you're supposed to be. It's being where you're supposed to be. It's finding yourself, placing yourself in the right place for your soul to be recharged. And if you don't have that, this life is basically me reminding you that you need to have that. You need to have that. And you don't need to be like Jacob and wait till something terrible happens. Wait till you're scared for your life before going there or before having one. You naturally, as a human being in this world, should have a secret place where you can sit down, meditate, pray, you know, talk to God, regain your strength, where you can just come back to your core, recharge your spirit. And you should not visit that place should not be a place you visit randomly. It should be a place you visit regularly. It's like working out. I always feel qualified to talk about working out and weight loss because I did a thing recently. I lost a lot of weight recently. I lost about 10 kg recently. I started trying to lose weight in January, and by April, I had lost 10 kg. And when I talk about it now, I feel so proud, like I feel so qualified because I know now that it's not in the intensity, right? Because I had tried this prior and it just didn't work out for me. But I know now that it's not in the intensity, it's in the consistency. And so for the person who is trying to build strength in a secret place, you need to start with consistency. You cannot go once and stop. You cannot visit a couple times and stop. You need to go again and again and again and again. And that's what builds you up. That's what gives you strength inside. There'll be people like, oh, I'm losing my mind. Oh, I don't know what's happening. When you're doing all of that, it's because there's a place you should be that you're not going. Because there's everything in the secret place. There's clarity in the secret place. There's strength in the secret place. There is strategy. I just said strategy. I just I just mixed up my words. Oh, I'm seeing the comments. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I don't even think they are here anymore, but thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. I'm sure you're beautiful too. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Um, there's strategy there. There's clarity there. There is everything there. But you need to go there. You need to be consistently there. You need to spend time there. It's like the person who's trying to write an exam. Their exams, the ones you do in school, and they're professional exams. Professional exams are not for the weak, guys. Professional exams are not for the weak of mind. You need a special kind of discipline to write the professional exam. But imagine you're preparing to write a professional exam and you aren't even studying, or you're studying but you're doing it haphazardly. You're doing it haphazardly. There's no structure to it, no strategy, no consistent. You might not do so great at that exam, even if you're really smart. But imagine that you have the professional exam. You study every day. For every time there's a class, you go over your notes so that you can assimilate. By the time you are tested on the topic, you will for sure know what to write. You will for sure know the answers to give because you've studied. And that's the difference. The person who spends time in the secret place charges their spirit often so that when things happen, their spirit man is not weak. Your spirit is able to navigate challenges. And if your spirit is fine, man, you're fine. Trust me, I know. If your spirit is fine, then you're fine. And the place to recharge your spirit is in that secret place. It's in that place of prayer. It's in that place of meditation, in that place of studying the word. When things eventually happen, because your spirit is already there, your spirit is already strengthened, already strong, you will kind of be fine. Not even kind of, you really will be fine. You really will, right? I get excited. I mean, stay getting excited. So, what am I trying to say today? I'm trying to say, do not spend your time running around trying to put out fires of life. Do not spend your time trying to solve problems with your own strength or your own wisdom. Do not run around following just your ambition without any inner sense of direction. You need that place inside of you. You need the inner man, yourself, your spirit man, your soul, the content that actually makes you, the content that runs your mind. You need that to be firm, to be developed. When that is firm and developed, you can do life better. You can do life better. I'm not saying it to be easier because challenges are part of living, but you will do it better. You will do it better. There'll be more, there'll be more directness to your approach. There'll be more strategy in your approach. There'll be more finesse to how you're living. There'll be more wisdom in how you're moving through your life, moving through your days. Guys, that's basically my message today, right? You need to have that place where you sit down and you're centered. If you don't know what to do, you can start with meditation, right? Just spend some time every day meditating. Not on the wrong things, not on your worries, not on your fears. Just meditating on the right things. And you know how I know that you can meditate? Because you can worry. If you can worry, you can meditate because it's the same mechanism that runs those two activities. The difference is just that one is focusing on negative stuff. But scripture already tells us whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are of good report, whatsoever things are worthy, whatsoever things are pleasant, those are the things that you should think about. So if you don't know what to think about, meditate on that. Things that are true, that are good, that are of good report. Those are the things you should meditate on. Spend your time just soaking in that atmosphere of positivity, of possibility as well. Spend your time filling your mind. It's not gonna fail. There's no way it will fail. Because as a man thinketh, you literally can think yourself into a new reality. Because the more you think about it, at some point your actions will follow. At some point your results will follow. But it will start here. It will start here. So spend time in that place. Pray. Pray. Yesterday I talked about it. I feel like if you just leave me alone every single day, I will talk about prayer. Because that's where it starts from. You gotta pray. You gotta pray. Ooh, I cannot overemphasize the importance of praying. You have to pray. You have to pray. You really have to pray. You really have to. It's a non-negotiable. It's a no. If you're gonna do life, you're gonna do life well. You need to know how to pray. You need to know how to pray. You must. When you pray, even when you're not sure what to do, because you prayed, your spirit man directs your body. So you find that you are moving in the right direction without even meaning to. You find that you're doing the right things without meaning to. You find that there is something that is leading you without your spirit man is walking the right path, and your body is following. Your mind is following, your actions are following, your results are yielding. That will come from prayer. Even if you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to start, if you don't know where to build this, if you don't know anything, just know how to pray. Just know how to pray. Even scripture tells us that Jesus, I go excited. When I'm excited, my words just brrrr. Even scriptures tell us that Jesus prayed. He often separated himself to go and pray. This is what I'm talking about when I say the secret place. Where only you just go there. I mean, I can talk about whatever I'm going through. I can share my thoughts with my best friends. I can talk to my pastors. I can talk to my fellow brethren in Christ, in church, or anywhere else, to be honest. I can come online and talk about God like this, talk about living a life of purpose, being your best self under God. I can do all of that. But the thing that I also need to do is to find time in my regular activities to pray as often as possible, as regularly as possible. Yesterday on the live, one of you was mentioning that Thessalonians asked us to pray. And I responded, that was like one of my favorite parts of the live yesterday. And I said it, I said, there's even a version, right? The regular version, the popular version is pray without ceasing. But there's a version that says, let your life be a prayer. Let your life be a prayer. What it means when your life is a prayer is that you are praying at every single point in time. That you're going through your day and you're praying in your heart. That you're at work, you're at your desk at work and you're praying in your mind. You're communing in the spirit. You're fellowshipping in the spirit. You need that. You need that. You need that. That's what builds a man up. And Jacob had that place, and everyone needs to have that place. And it's not a fancy place. It can be a physical location, but it can also be a spiritual location, right? It can be as regular as your room. You can have a spot in your room where you sit every day and pray. I don't have a specific spot. I pray everywhere. I pray all over my house. Wherever. You don't need me. You need Jesus, Big Jag. You need the Lord. But you need that. You need that. You need that constant fellowship. You need it for your spirit man to be awake and alive. You need it because again, I will this is a hill I will forever be on. When you pray often, regularly, you start to naturally do the right things. Yes, it's my real hair. It's in locks, but it's my real hair. Um, you need to pray. You need to pray. You need to spend time, building up your spirit. You need a lot of that. You need a lot of that. You need it. Don't play with it. Don't joke with it. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore. In fact, your soul, your spirit needs you to pray. Sometimes when you feel empty, it's because you are not praying. And your spirit can tell. Your spirit can feel the deficit. Your spirit can feel the deficit. Even if you can't tell, your inner man, your soul can tell. Your soul can tell. Like, something is not quite right. It's weird. I feel weird. Your soul can tell. That's the definition of disease. This ease when there is no ease. So your soul can tell when it is diseased. Your soul can tell. You need to pray. You need to find that space in your life where it's just you and God. You need to find that place in your life where it's just you and God. Every day, you and God. Everywhere, you and God. You need it. It's non-negotiable, guys. You are 11 and you're disrespectful. Oh, first of all, as like it's so cool of you to know what you're doing that is not right. So you can just be respectful. You can just be respectful. It will probably be better if you're respectful. You'll feel better too if you're respectful later. Um, but yeah, just be respectful. That's all you need to do. It's if you know you're disrespectful, then be respectful. If you know the right thing, just do it. That makes you a better person overall. Unless you then willingly decide that you don't want to be a better person, then that's not something anybody can help you with. You need to make the decisions about the kind of person you will be in your life as you go on. And you're really young, you're 11, so you have a lot of time to fix up. You have a lot of time to get better at whatever you're doing. You have a lot of time to be a better person, to speak nicer, to be, you know, more conscious of the world around you, to live outside of yourself and actually see the world. The world is big, the world is very big. You've seen just a teeny part of it. So yeah, just be respectful, that's all. Um Ooh, I feel like I've said most of what I want to say today, right? But to summarize key points, right? The story of Jacob. He got in trouble because of his son's anger. He had to run away to another town. He was scared, and the Lord told him to run back to where he had met before, where he had met with him before. And Jacob went back there. The place is called Bethel. Jacob went back there, and there the Lord blessed him, changed his name to Israel. Until today, the name Israel still stands, because God gave him that name in that place. And so, key point is you have to have that place you can always run back to. Jacob said in the scripture, he said that Bethel is where God met me and has been with me since. You need a place where you can know that God meets me on this mountain. I meet God on this mountain. I fellowship, I commune with God. I spoke about fellowship yesterday. I commune with God on this mountain. You need that place. So always go back there. Always, always spend time there. And then another key point, building your spirit man is praying. In that place, what you do is meditate, pray, listen for the voice of God. You're not going there to rant. You're not going there to, I mean, you can rant, to be honest. Let's not set rules that don't exist. You can actually rant, but you're not going there to come back empty. It's like the proverbial ram. I talked about a ram, an adage in my language that says when a ram edges backwards, is going backwards to draw power so that it can launch forward with force. So you are going back there to get all you need to launch forward with better force. That's what happens when you go to the secret place. So don't ignore that place. Spend time there, pray there, draw strength there. In fact, sometimes all you need to do is sit in the silence. I've done a lot of lives, over the past few months talking about silence and sitting in the silence. Why you need silence? The world is noisy. There is TV, there is the internet, there's music. I mean, I'm doing a live right now on the internet. So many people have dropped by, chatted with me, gone off on this internet. So I could be saying something else that could be noise to you. And it's the same thing that there are other things that are making noise in your head, bringing noise to your soul. So you need silence. You need to be able to go to that place where you sit in silence and you sit with God and you get direction, you get insight, you get clarity so that you're not just living haphazardly. The world is large, like I said to this 11-year-old earlier. The world is large. So there's so many things that are happening that you may never even know, right? Through life. I mean, we have news, we have the news, we have the internet, but there are still places that you've never heard of, will never hear of. There are places that you will never see. And so there is a being that made that. And so that being is in the best position to tell you how to live. This is why you need the secret place. So, the summary of everything I've said is spend time with God. Spend time with God. Get the blueprint for your life, the blueprint for your living from God. That's the only way. That's the only way that you can do life and it will not feel empty. That's the only way. Because the every other thing you do will feel good, but it will be temporary, it will be momentary. The lasting feeling of fulfillment, the lasting feeling of purpose can only come from God. And when you do that, is that at the end of the day, when you are dying, when you're leaving the earth, you know that, oh, I'm empty. I did a lot. I did all I could do. One of the things that feeds my certainty that I can't die now is because there's still so much work that I have to do under God. That's one of the things that feeds my assurance for that. That's what feeds my confidence. Because in my country right now, it's pretty dicey. It's pretty dangerous around. But that feeds my confidence that God is in this journey with me. I'm doing this life with God. And so I'm being led by God. That can only come by staying in that place. And that's all I came to say today. And if this encouraged, reminded you of anything, blessed you in any way, that I'm blessed already, because that's why I do this. I do this every day. So I'm gonna be here tomorrow around the same time, you know, speaking on another thing that I'm learning about life and living under God and just generally encouraging you. So if this blessed you, I'm blessed already. And if you liked this and want to see more videos like this or join more lives like this, you can just join me around the same time tomorrow, or you can subscribe and turn on the notification so that you get um an alert when I come on live. And that's all. I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if I don't see you, enjoy the rest of your week. God bless you. Bye.